Hello and welcome everyone to our another lecture series on environmental sciences. I, Miss Atiya Khan Pathan, Assistant Professor at All India Shri Shivaji Memorial Society's Institute of Information Technology, Pune, is going to brief you all about the non-conventional energy sources. So, the need of harnessing energy sources is due to increase in population, industrialization, and urbanization. The non-polluting, or you can say non-conventional energy sources, are comparatively abundant in nature, and the conventional energy sources are limited sources, and they are depleting day by day, and once they come to an end, it is very difficult to regain them. Then, hence, the efforts are made by government and NGOs to harness such alternative energy sources by giving them tax rebates, subsidies, and incentives to people with these projects. The renewable energy sources are nuclear, atomic or hydrogen energy source, solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, biomass, and tidal waves energy. The renewable energy sources, these are also called as non-conventional energy sources. It's need of 21st century to harness the non-conventional energy sources. Conventional energy sources is depleting day by day. It is necessary to create alternative source of energy. Alternative sources of energy are abundantly available in nature. They do not produce pollution on large scale. So let's start with the renewable energy sources. So first is the nuclear power. It is obtained by fusion reaction of heavier unstable atoms. So here nuclear fusion is done for the heavier nuclear atoms. Hence the heat is generated, due to which the water is heated, and then the steam is produced, due to which the blades of the turbine is rotated, and hence the shaft of the turbine is further connected to generators producing electricity. So uranium enriched rods are used in nuclear power plants as fuels, and neutrons are bombarded approximately into half, and heat energy is generated or released. So this is the pictorial view of the nuclear power plant. The advantages of this power plant is huge amount of energy is generated from very less fuel. Production of waste is small. If properly controlled, then no pollution is created, and it is not very expensive. But there are few limitations as well. Initial cost is very high. Purchase and operation of uranium requires foreign exchange. It is very risky, and it needs highly trained technicians for its handling. And there is global issue of uranium waste disposal. So solar energy, solar radiations arriving at Earth's surface, called as insolation, is in form of electromagnetic waves. The solar radiations are intercepted by suitable collector system, and heat energy available can be used for heating air, water, or liquid as required. Uses of solar energy is solar pumps, desalination and distillation of water, electricity generation through photovoltaic cells, solar drying for food, solar cookers, lamps, chargers, etc., and solar vehicles. So, as there are advantages, there are few disadvantages of solar energy as well. It does not produce the production of power is not as huge, and the it requires high erection cost, whereas it is also depends upon the weather conditions. The generation of power depends upon the weather conditions. So this you can see the pictorial view of the solar power generation. So solar panels can be seen in the picture as well. Then you can also see the solar cooker. The use of solar cooker can be used for domestic purpose, for cooking rice, etc. Let's go ahead with the next renewable energy source, that is the wind energy. Kinetic energy possessed by wind due to its velocity is the wind energy available. Wind is allowed to flow past the blades of windmill. Blades rotate and the shafts on which blades are mounted also rotates. Thus form of energy is changed. The advantages of this form of energy is non-polluting, can be installed in remote areas where electricity is not supplied. Disadvantages of it is having high initial cost and no guarantee of required power generation. Of course, the power generation also is dependent upon the location of the windmill. It should not have any obstruction nearby. So here you can see the pictorial representation of the windmill, power generated through windmill. So here you can see the turbine is rotated with the help of the gusty effect of the wind, and from the shaft through that the power is generated with the help of generators, and through transformers the electricity is distributed to the consumers. Then you can also see the cross section of the windmill, and in some one more disadvantage of the windmill is the aerial ecosystem is also affected by that. Biomass. Organic waste can be converted into useful products such as biogas, methane, and effluents, solid or semi solid, having high nutrients contents for trees, etc. So you can see a flow diagram here where biomass can be combusted into the chambers, and due to which the steam is generated, and the steam helps in rotation of the turbine, which is further synced with the generator, and the generator generates the power, and further the steam is passed through the condensers. Here you can see another pictorial view of the um, how we can use the biomass as one of the source of energy. So here biomass is kept into the digesters, in which the organic bacteria thrives over the organic matter, which tends to degrade, or it tends to um, decompose the organic matter, due to which the complex matter is then converted into the simpler form, and the methane gas is then liberated, which being lighter in weight, it rises high and it gets collected into the gas tanks. It is drawn into the gas tanks. The heavier particle is settled down, and the lighter particles is drawn as the sludge, and that it can be purified, and it can be again led into the natural streams. The heavier particle can be used as the fertilizer, which helps as the nutrients to the plants. Here you can see the tidal or wave energy. The gravitational effects of sun and moon generates tides on the sea water. Reversible water turbines can be installed and can be coupled to the generator for generation of power or generation of electricity. So here you can see few the um, turbines which are installed, the reversible turbine which are installed at the base of the rivers, or you can say at the base of the sea, at the waterbed. So here, with the help of the water currents, the blades of the turbine rotates, generating power. Here, with the help of animation, you can see how the the blades of the turbine is rotated due to the inflow and outflow of the water currents. And hence, further it is coupled to the generator generating electricity. Geothermal energy. Near the core of the earth, water is in the form of superheated water or steam. Rocks are either very heated or in the form of molten magma. The heat energy can be directly or indirectly be utilized for various purposes. So such geothermal energy can be used for generation of the electricity. Here you can see how the heated earth can be used to for the steam can be used for generation of the power through the generators. Here another cross section of the dry steam power plant is shown. So here we sum up with our topic of renewable energy sources or non-conventional energy sources. Thank you.